The following is an ABC7 sports presentation.
Technically, it's just a game.
Blocking, tackling, catching, throwing, stuff like that.
Two schools, one ball. Whichever team scores the most wins.
Can't get enough of it.
It's a dream come true.
But you know, and I know, it's so much more than that.
It's hard to describe to people who haven't been there.
It is a feeling and a vibe that can never be described. You see what I'm saying?
It's first downs and it's letdowns.
This is a good business when things are going well. It is a tough business when it's not.
It's full of drama.
Flutie flushed, throws it down, caught by Boston College. I don't believe it.
With endings nobody can predict.
He's got three people down there. The ball's up in the air, caught, touchdown.
Or forget.
Oh, the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going into the end zone.
It's America, man. I think it's the best game ever created. Helping young men grow into men, you know, become successful in life.
It's a pure game that I love. I love college football.
It's college football, and it's time.
ABC7 Sports presents Tim Brandt's College Football Preview.
You are looking at the Gossett football team house at the University of Maryland. Located at the east end of Byrd Stadium, it is truly the home of the Terps, and they would like to make it a gateway to a championship. Come on inside, everybody. Byrd Stadium is dressed up and ready for the 2010 college football season. And hello again, everybody. I'm Tim Brandt. Welcome to our college football special. This really is my favorite time of the year. Fall means the students are back on campus. The marching band is practicing just on the other side of the stadium as we speak. And football brings together fans young and old to cheer for their old alma mater. Let's get started. We'll talk about that Monday matchup between Maryland and Navy. I had a chance to sit down with both coaches and talk about this game, which is causing so much emotion.
Good luck to you guys this year. Thank you.
It is the type of game sure to draw a crowd, and both coaches know it.
You guys, I'm sitting here, you both have your game faces on already. The game's still a ways out.
The University of Maryland, the United States Naval Academy, a rivalry renewed.
Obviously, Maryland being a state school, we're also in the state. I know a lot of people are excited about it.
Navy comes in as the big dog this time around. The midshipmen are ranked in just about everybody's top 40. They have won 7 straight Commander-in-Chief trophies and have beaten Notre Dame 2 of the last 3 seasons.
The thing that I'm so impressed with Navy is they play with such a tremendous effort and execution. I think those are the things that they do so well, and they do it for the whole game, and that's why they're successful.
Maryland, meanwhile, is coming off a 2-10 season. It's worst in Ralph Regent's 9 years in College Park, and the most losses ever at Maryland in one season. The Terps are picked to finish this season in the ACC basement.
Maryland, they're still big and fast. Ralph is a great coach. He's got great coaches on their staff. We know who they are. So as coaches, we don't look at anything on the outside. This is going to be a scary one for us.
Navy's #1 weapon is number 4, Ricky Dobbs. Dobbs is good, maybe even Heisman good. Last year, the quarterback ran for over 1,200 yards and 27 touchdowns, breaking the all-time single-season record of 23.
You got a quarterback like they do, and you know, if you get one-on-one, he can make the guy miss, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, it's in the end zone. What makes him even more difficult to defend, he's a pretty good passer. Probably better than most option quarterbacks.
Maryland-Navy was one of the rivalries back in the day. The schools played 19 times up until 1965, with the Middies holding a 14-5 series advantage. But after 65, a 4-decade hiatus, which ended with the 2005 season opening game at Baltimore's M&T Bank Stadium. Ken Niumatalolo was an assistant with Navy then.
I just was impressed as I walked out. I mean, it was a bowl atmosphere. The stadium was packed. It was a great football venue to play in, and the atmosphere was unbelievable.
Navy, a decided underdog that day, led much of the game. The Middies were up 20-15 late in the 4th quarter when Maryland faced a 4th and 7 from the Navy 31.
Lance Ball made a heck of a play on 4th down. Probably put us in position to win the game. Otherwise, I don't think we would have won.
On the next play, Sam Hollenbach hit Drew Weatherly from 11 yards out. The Terps came back and held on to win it 23-20. but the plays of the day may have come after the final whistle.
Our players were going onto the field, and Navy has a tradition where they stand at attention for their alma mater, and our kids stood at attention while they did their thing. And then we have a tradition, if we win the game, we go over to our student body and sing the fight song. And what was amazing to me was that Navy came over and stood there with us. To see two fine institutions be so gracious after the game was pretty impressive to me.
Well, fellas, we wish you only the best. We're looking forward to the game. It's going to be terrific. We thank you. I mean, it's great to be playing again.
No, thank you.
Thanks for having us, Tim.
Here's the quarterback matchup for Monday. Navy has Ricky Dobbs, a time-tested senior being mentioned for a lot of national awards, while Maryland is led by Jamar Robinson, who will be making only his third career start. Welcome back, everybody. Look who just dropped by. Torrey Smith.
How you doing?
One of the all-time, all-purpose guys in the country, all ACC. Just finished practice. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, no problem.
Tell me about Monday. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We put a lot of work in over the spring, you know, in summer and even so far in the fall in the camp. So, you know, the offensive line grew up a lot. We have a lot of mature players on our team. You know, our whole receiving core is back, running backs are back. You know, linebackers, you know, secondaries grew up, so, you know, ready to go.
How's this team improved, and how's everybody grown up and now getting over that hump?
The biggest thing for us was maturity. You know, last year we were young, but no one had played. You know, but now we're young and experienced. You know, that's a big difference in the game of football. So, you know, we're excited to see what we can do come on Monday.
One thing you know you're going to get out of Navy is they're tenacious. They always fight hard.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been watching a lot of film since I've been to college, and I've never seen a team fly to the ball like they do. So it's definitely going to be a challenge for us. They don't quit.
Terp to Terp. Be honest now. Be real. Are you optimistic? Are you ready for a good year?
Yes, sir.
You think Maryland's going to be good?
Yes, sir. Coach Friedger put in a lot of time. The players, they were ready to go.
Now you're talking. Best of luck. Have a great year.
Thank you.
Look forward to it.
Appreciate it.
Torrey Smith.
Ahead on The Preview, a local legend and his close connection to college football.
It's nothing like it watching your son on the field, man. Putting it down, you know what I'm saying?
Plus, Tim goes one-on-one with the one and only Bobby Bowden.
But I only wanted one more year, Tim.
And from cop to coach, getting to know UVA's Mike London.
Got in a life-threatening situation where I had a gun pulled on me that didn't go off.
That's next on Tim Brandt's College Football Preview.
My old friend.